My association with I have to on. Okay now? Yeah. My association with Srimati Kamala Kumar and Dr. Kumar goes back to more than 37 years. Kamala Mami, I called her. We met for the first time, I think it was in mid-1980s. Soon after we came to we made Calgary our home. At that time, the Calgary of the 80s was very different from what we have now. There was no internet, no satellite TV, no media exposure. And so people who come, like me, who came directly from India, initially we feel very isolated. The only connection with India at that time used to be like a snail mail, which took three weeks to go. And the telephone, many of us, our parents at home in India didn't even have phones at that time. And even if we had to phone, it cost $2.30 per minute. So that was how Calgary was. So why I'm saying this is, so when we come here and we meet another Indian, especially a South Indian, there's an instant connection. On the whole, we were about 35 or 40 South Indian families. South Indian, when I say, from all the 4 states of the South. And we had a South Indian Calgary Association. We used to meet maybe 3 or 4 times a year, just to get together over a meal, some cultural event. Actually, we were culturally starved. And that's when Kamala Mami and Mama come with their wealth of music. Mama could play the flute, and Mami's knowledge, not only she was an amazing singer, she was a very knowledgeable person too. And they were so ready to share their wealth in the community. They lived in Carstairs, but people from Calgary, every Sunday they would go there for classes. Mommy and Mama would come over on Sundays. They used to teach the kids. And for the first time in Calgary, there was an awareness for Carnatic music. They started the Guru Guha music school, and they introduced Carnatic music to not only our children, a lot of our children went to them for lessons, even to many of us adults. All of us are not born with the gift of music, but still, Mommy used to be so patient with us. I remember her telling, don't forget that last note, don't miss the last note. I did not become a singer from all those lessons, but she taught us what you call in our language, Kelvi Jnanam. You learn music. Yeah, she taught us about not only the Saptasaras, but the rhythm, the talam, and to sing to Shruti. I did not even know what Shruti was till Mami started explaining to us. And then I definitely gained the capacity to enjoy good music. Not only enjoy music, but also to recognize between good music and great music. So, Mommy and Mama, they were the ones who started this Tyagaraja, Aaradhana at that time. So we used to do it in conjunction with Edmonton. The singers in Edmonton and singers in Calgary. One year if Calgary hosts it, the other year it will be in Edmonton. All the people will go there. Same way when we are hosting, all the Edmonton singers will come here. And also Ragamala was also involved at that time. Every year, month of May, end of May or June, they used to get some eminent singer, Carnatic singer from India. Every single year. Either they'll be performing either in Calgary or in Edmonton. In the evening, there'll be this big concert. When I say eminent singers, I'm talking about, the ones I remember, Maharajapuram Santanam, K.J. Yeshudas, Madurai Maniya. it was the standard. And then we would listen to them. And the next day, in the morning, there will be Tyagaraja, Aaradhana. Many times the singers themselves, the artists will also come and join. All the ladies will sit and sing Pancharatna Kritis. And this, those were golden years indeed. And it pains me that when I look at this audience, I don't even see a single person who used to be there in the 80s, who used to be part of our Guru Guha music group. But I'm sure Mami will be very happy that even after she's gone, there are so many enthusiastic singers who are joined here to continue on with her legacy. The younger ones, so I'm sure wherever she is, her Atma will rejoice that the seed that she sows is now it's a tree and it's flourishing and it will continue to flourish. I would also like to say a couple of words about my personal. Oh, Mayura, you are there. I didn't see you. Mayura was also. Tyagaraja and Mayura were very much part of our community at that time. My personal relationship with Kamala auntie was actually after Kumar uncle retired. They moved to Calgary. They used to spend their time half in Puttaparthi and half in Calgary. They both were Sai devotees too. Not only the classical music, they even brought to us beautiful bhajans, Sai bhajans that they taught to young children. So after they moved to Calgary, they were actually living in a condo in sandstone that many of you would have known. And I owned a daycare center right at the corner, just a couple of blocks from there. And Kamala Mami used to come there in the afternoon after lunch to tell stories to the kindergarten children. This was part of her seva. The stories were based on the Sai Baba Bal Vikas values, the 5 values like honesty and truth and compassion, and and all the stories had a moral. And children used to love it. They used to call her grandma. When she was in India, they used to ask me when grandma will be back with us. Which grandma? Oh, the story grandma. And also there was a time when I went through a very difficult time at a personal level. My daughter, who was in New York, she was in Columbia University, and she was diagnosed all of a sudden with a very rare form of cancer. And I had to go because treatment was going on there, and I understand Kamala Mami organized a bhajan and puja in her house. Probably some of you must have participated also to pray for her. And later when I came back, she brought prasadam to my house and she told me that your daughter will be okay, Baba's blessings will be on her. And miraculously my daughter did survive, and she's hale and hearty now. I can never forget that. So thank you so much for giving me this chance to speak 2 words about Kamala Mami, wherever she is. Her life was devoted to seva. So, Mama and Mami, I think they were like a made for each other couple. When he played the flute and she sang, they could really lift us to another plane altogether. And it was a very special, and their life, it was all about simplicity and seva. These were the 2 things that was very evident. Yeah, thank you again, and Hari Om to all of you.